Kyle Brad, Driving Cruiser Customizing.
Gregory Beck with Tucker Distributing.
On this week's Wednesday with Greg, we want to talk a little about attaching things to your motorcycle. Whether you're putting it on the back seat or up on the handlebars, there are lots of different ways that you can attach accessories and luggage to your motorcycle.
Yeah, and we mean temporary, permanent, semi-permanent. You know, like if you put on saddlebags, that's a temporary usually. You know, you take them off when you get there, whatever. Permanent would be something like if you mounted a cell phone holder to your handlebar.
So you have a couple different units mounted up on the motorcycles in here. On the Goldwing back here behind us, we've got an XM radio. Now that's something that really never leaves the motorcycle. So we've got a Bracketron unit mount there that sits onto, and it just doesn't go anywhere.
And then you got the saddlebag stays. A really great idea because you don't want your luggage to get caught in your rear wheel, and you want them to stay where they belong. Also, on this bike you'll see that we have these extended nuts. Some people call them bungee nuts, but whatever. A good place to attach a bungee cord or a bungee net to carrying a load.
Well, talking about saddlebags, the Arrow here has the traditional saddlebag stay or saddlebag bracket, and those protrusions there on the back of the VTX are really easy bracket mounts. So when you're running saddlebags, you can definitely hook your easy bracket on there and it stays. And like Greg says, I always attach a rock strap to that post and use that to hold additional items on top of the seat.
Comes in pretty handy when you want to carry extra stuff, or take your jacket off and bolt, and strap it down temporarily.
Another item that I like to use quite often on lots of different types of motorcycles is the ram mount. The ram mount allows you to mount either to your clutch perch here. So again, this here's the clutch perch mount. It mounts to your handlebar. It can mount just about anywhere, but then it gives you an array of attachments that you can use to swap out whichever device you would like up on the bars.
Yeah, if it's a GPS, cell phone, whatever, you can get the bracket through them.
We did a tip of the week a little while ago where we showed you the use of the ATV cradle on an ATV, but I use on all of the motorcycles to hold both my GPS, slightly larger one, and all the cell phones. So this here's the ram mount on the front of the Goldwing. Come on and take a look at how this device works. So again, this is the ATV mount, and what happens is you basically adjust these so they fit your device perfectly. Now what happens with this, because these are like little springs, this phone never ever falls out. Now the adjustability of the ram mount's pretty awesome. I could turn it sideways if I wanted to, tighten it down. I could remove it just like so. If I wanted to swap this from one bike to another, it's as simple as doing that. So again, this here's the clutch perch mount. It can also mount to handlebars, can mount to just about anything, which will allow you to attach just about anything to the front of the motorcycle.
You can also get tank bags now that have GPS pockets. Kind of handy. Let's say you got a kind of an inexpensive car GPS. On a motorcycle it's not going to work too good because it's going to get wet or something. But in the tank bags with the pockets, it's protected and you just plug it in and you're ready to go.
Take a look at the line of FirstGear tank bags. They've got great options out there. They've got foam that goes back behind, so if your GPS is smaller or larger, it'll fit in the pocket. So there's lots of things you can attach to the front of your motorcycle, or front or back of your motorcycle. Just make sure that you've taken a look at the options that are out there, and you've chosen the option that will work best for your situation.
Yeah, be careful when you're mounting things to your bike. Make sure that it's not going to get caught in anything. Make sure it's not going to fall off. Make sure it's not going to inhibit your ability to steer your motorcycle. And you keep your product on your bike.
Talking about how to mount things to your motorcycle in this week's Wednesday with Greg. Until next week, take care.
And ride safe.